Brexit, referendums, border polls, Theresa May we didn't vote for her, but we're going to anyway. Trump's going to end the world, but May's over there licking his arse. Scotland, independence. What about independence? They voted for no independence, but then they voted inside the EU. Now they're outside the EU, so they vote to go outside the UK, to go back inside the EU. Border polls, Scottish independence, referendum, Sturgeon. What about Northern Ireland? We voted to be inside the EU, but now we're outside the EU. Border tax, border polls, TUV, Nesbitt. Nesbitt's gone, nobody gives a fuck. Shove every single last bit of that there up your hole. Alright? See on Nicola Sturgeon, some of the shit she comes out with. Tell you what, she's topped a lot of it this week. You know what her problem is? She's watched Braveheart too many times. Politics is really getting on my fucking tits. Sinn Féin looking border polls and DUP telling them to fuck off and putting the heating on and making money out of it or whatever. Nicola Sturgeon, I'm here to tell you, your country voted to stay in the UK, alright? And so now I have to listen to you every time I turn on the news. Referendums. Loves referendums. Do you really want to vote for Nicola Sturgeon? Do you really want Scottish independence? If she's in charge of Scotland, she'll have a referendum every week. You'll be going in and out of polling stations like nobody's business. Nobody gives a fuck about Scotland. The only reason I give a fuck about Scotland is Stranraer for my holidays. I love it. I take the wife there every year and it's class. That's because I can see Northern Ireland from the sea and all. They're a lovely drop of ale. Lovely drop of ale in Stranraer and a Guinness nail pie, fantastic. Celtic and Rangers matches. Love all that class. Right? What are you going to do if Scotland is outside the UK and then inside the EU or outside? I don't know what you want for a start, but if you get what you think you want or what's going to happen to Scotland, what's going to happen? Do I need to apply for a visa to go to a Celtic match? You know what I mean? I get the one Celtic match a year. Stranraer's as much ours as it is yours. The amount of Celtic and Rangers fans from this country that get into Stranraer and spend their money there. So this decision isn't only yours, Nicola. Alright? You jeopardise my Celtic trip every year. I tell you what, I'll be going over to Scotland and I'll be having words with you. Labour's supposed to be a man, the people of the unions, working unions. I wrote to Corbyn and he hasn't got back to me. And he says, what about taxi drivers? We need to be better represented in government. We need a representative in government. The taxi drivers are the backbone of the country. Doesn't matter what country it is. Bangladesh, County Armagh or Australia. You always need taxi drivers. That's one thing you always need. The one Arlene Foster, I had her in the taxi there a couple of weeks ago from the airport. And I've had them all in this taxi over the years. I had Liza Minnelli and I had David Beckham back when he was massive. I had Morgan Freeman. I had Bill Clinton when he was over. I was driving him about Belfast and stuff like that there. I've had all the celebrities. And I had Arlene Foster in last week. So I was giving the whole spiel to Arlene Foster. I was like, right, Arlene, what's going on with this cash for ice thing, right? I said to her, right, see your name in the house, right? And I put the immersion on for a bath. That cost me £7. The people that are involved with this cash for ice scheme, how the fuck are they turning the heating on and making money on it? Is there some sort of valve switch you have to reverse or some sort of shit so that the money goes your way instead of towards the government or something like that there? She wasn't saying nothing. And I was grilling her. Jeremy Paxman wouldn't have a look in. £7 it cost me for a bath. £7. See if I got £7 for having a bath, I'd have a lot more baths. Here's a referendum for you, and we'll get this one going. We'll have a referendum on the new taxi meters that have come in to the taxi system in Uri in the last few months. And I've just waved a blind eye to it. I pretended it didn't even happen. Because it's not happening in my taxi, let me tell you. I'm not putting a taxi meter in my taxi. I've been taxiing since I've been non-height there, right? You're trying to tell me I can't tell a punter how much it is from A to B. Last week, I got a letter from the DVLA. And the DVLA in that letter says, Taxijo, you're summoned to court because you refuse to impose the new law of having a taxi meter in every Taxijo taxi on the road. And I said to all the drivers here, I'm going to stand up in front of court for the Taxijo's legacy. The legacy of Taxijo's taxis. And I'm going to stand up in front of 12 good men and through, right? And I'm going to say to them, right? If you think a computer can do better than that there, then lock me up and throw away the key.